Hi, my name's Sonjia and this is my channel, See It Then, See It Now. Today's video is a little bit different, and a couple of months ago I painted a mural on my granddaughter's bedroom wall, and I did actually stream that live. You may have seen little parts of that, may have seen snippets when I was live. But what we thought would be good was to put it all together in a time lapse. Let's take a look. This is definitely an how I did it video and not an how to do it video. I am self-taught, I've no art qualification, I just had a go years ago and I've slowly developed to what I do now, and when I look back at my early stuff I can't believe the difference. But of course I'm a long way from being a whiz at this, and I'm sure there's quicker, easier ways to do it. It's something that I have slowly been developing over the years. So I started with the background, and I always do the same thing. I convinced myself that using a large brush will be fine, and in this case I wanted to create the clouds too, so it'll be fine and a large brush will get me there. But then I get partway down the wall and I regret not using a roller. But then I tell myself that it's fine, I'm over halfway now, so just keep going. And by the time I get to the end, I'm losing the will, and I always regret not using a roller. So next time I paint a mural and I paint the background, I'm going to use a roller, regardless of how much I don't like washing the fluffies. I'm going to use a roller. It would have speeded up this process and been so much easier, and I do it every time, but no more. In the future a roller will be used. The other walls were painted in yellow, purple and pink, so I thought it would be good to have those colours blended down the wall as my background. Sometimes I'll draw straight onto the wall, and sometimes I'll draw on paper and then transfer it over. And most of this I traced onto the wall from the drawings. So here I'm just working out where I'm going to place the design and just measuring it all out and working out exactly where each part of the design is going to go. I added to my clouds at the top, and then I started on a really big rainbow. This rainbow turned out to be one big headache. I wasn't happy with the way that it looked after the first coat, and to add extra issues to this, for some reason the wall paint that I was painting onto, it started lifting when I'd painted over it. It was so strange, but you'll see on the left hand side of the rainbow later on, you'll see where it all flakes off, and you can see where I end up having to do different things with it. I've never known anything like this before. I don't know if the paint that they had used to paint the wall before I got there was faulty, or it was something on the wall. It was really strange, but it all started lifting up just in one area on the wall, and most of it was where the left hand side of the rainbow was. I tried to sand it off, all the loose bits, and repainted it, which worked in parts, but there was still bits peeling, so I ended up sanding loads off, any loose bits, and then using polyfiller to smooth all the area over, and then I painted over that, which, much to my relief, worked. I'm really glad it did, because I was out of ideas at this point. I don't know what I would have done if the polyfiller hadn't have worked. So new day, new start, and I attacked this rainbow again with all intentions of getting it to look better, fixing this issue with the flaky paint, and I was at this point very, very conscious of the fact that if anybody, that you guys who've been watching me live at the moment had only seen me paint the background and make a really bad job of painting a rainbow, and I was thinking, oh, you're not gonna be sticking around, or you won't come back and have a look and see how it's going, because it's not looking the best at the moment. But luckily you guys stayed with me, and you kept coming back and having peeks, and it does get better. I promise you, it does get better. So with my rainbow looking somewhat improved, even though I do still end up with the flaky paint problem again and having to go in with the polyfiller, it was time to start getting something more interesting on the wall, and I started with the first unicorn. My idea was to have this unicorn asleep on a cloud, and he looks so cute once he's painted. My brief for this wall was rainbows and unicorns and Sophie's name. So to start day 3, I worked on getting Sophie mapped out and painted onto the wall. Then it was time for my next unicorn, and I love watching this come together and go from a block of colour to a beautiful unicorn. The inspiration for these unicorns came from Canva. I just popped unicorns in and had a look and chose some that I thought looked pretty and changed them slightly, and this is what we ended up with. no, 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 no. No, dearie me. Accident as a kid. I've stood in the bed. I have a purple foot now. This is why I paint without my shoes on, because if I stand in it, at least I know and I can stop it from treading it everywhere, but that's a bit of a disaster. At least it's on time. I started day 4 by giving our sleeping unicorn a comfy cloud, and I think I then popped a few extra clouds in there, and then it was on to the next unicorn, and it was just more of the same. Day 5 and we're nearly there, and I felt that I needed to put another cloud on the right hand side of the rainbow, and as I needed to do some painting on the rainbow anyway, you can see where I've polyfilled that issue that we had with the paint coming off. I didn't think it really mattered if we touched up the rainbow where I've painted the cloud either. So once I had that done, it was time to give our sleeping unicorn a tail, and then it was just a few finishing touches. I absolutely love painting murals like this. It's so rewarding when you see the reaction from the child you've painted it for. Every time I come away with knowledge of how I would have done it differently and how I could have saved myself time. And although I find them hard work and I also find them very challenging, I also find them to be a real achievement, and I'm always really proud of the end result. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you're a budding artist, please be kind. So let's have a reminder and see it then. And let's see it now. I absolutely love how this turned out, but more importantly, Sophie and her mummy loved how this turned out. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Did you like this kind of content? If I was to do another mural, would you like to see the time lapse on that? Would you like me to do it live like I did the last one? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. So what have we got coming up? It's full steam ahead on getting that guest bedroom finished. The wardrobe's being upcycled. That video will be out to you soon. I'm just in the process of upcycling the bed. I've got some decor to upcycle for in there, bedside tables. There's all sorts of stuff going to come in. So if you think that would be something that you're interested in, then do please subscribe. It does help my channel to grow and I really do appreciate it. So please do consider subscribing. I'm also going to be posting regular updates on Facebook and Instagram, so do feel free to follow me on there too. And if you enjoyed this video, can you hit that like button as well, please? All that's left to say is Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye for now.